Hey, Andrew here from Aurora Estate Agents, and I want to talk to you about one really crucial thing today to ensure you get the maximum return from your investment properties, and that's to choose the right property manager from the outset, because choosing the wrong property manager is going to cost you sometimes thousands, tens of thousands of dollars at the end of the tenancy. So the reason why I want to talk to you about this today is we just took on a file from another company and we found that they hadn't done three really important things. Firstly, a condition report was never filled out and was never done by the previous property manager. So what that means is that if we find damage after the tenant has vacated at the end of this tenancy, the landlord pretty much has nothing to stand on in terms of trying to reclaim the bond from the tenant to have those repairs done. Or even worse, if the cost of the repairs are more than the bond, it might be hard to get an insurance claim because that insurance policy requires that there be a condition report that is produced to support the insurance claim. Secondly, we found that there was no bond that was ever submitted to the RTBA. So according to their records, the tenant never paid a bond. So even if there was a condition report, the landlord would not have a bond to claim against the tenant to have these repairs done if there is any damage to the property. And thirdly, there was no rental ledger. So there's been claims that the tenant hasn't paid their rent up to date. And with no rental ledger, there's no way we can determine how much the tenant is in arrears by and how much is due, so then we can pursue that on our landlord's behalf to get that rent paid. So three things crucially that had to be done wasn't done because the wrong property manager was responsible for that property. So look, the mantra is cheapest is not always best. The cost of running a property management department and the cost of running a property on its own is going to be roughly the same for any agency. The tasks that we have to do as your property manager and the things that we have to pay for are roughly going to be the same regardless of what agency you go to. So the less you pay for a property manager, most likely, and I'm not talking in terms of every property manager here, but most likely, property manager is not going to care as much because there's not much of a profit margin. So sometimes it might be worth paying that little bit extra just for the right property manager to get even the simple things done right for you, so it doesn't cost you thousands and thousands of dollars at the end of the tenancy. The second thing I want to talk to you about today, and I keep hammering on about this, is has your property manager updated you on the changes to the Residential Tenancy Act for next year? Over 135 changes will be occurring to the Tenancy Act, and a lot of those changes will be quite onerous on you as the landlord and how you keep your property compliant and how you respond to repairs and maintenance and what your rights and responsibilities are if you want to issue a notice to vacate to your tenant. So just one example of a change that will be occurring next year is that now all your external doors, if they are accessible from the street, will need to have a deadlock. So has your property manager told you about that? Here at Aurora Estate Agents, we've already informed all our landlords of the changes and prepared them for next year to make sure their homes are compliant. And so they also understand what rights and obligations that they have as a landlord if something goes wrong. So if your property manager hasn't told you of those changes, at Aurora, we're more than happy, obligation free, to give you a free consultation on what those changes are, so you are more than prepared for next year. All you have to do is shoot us an email at leasing@auroraestateagents.com.au or just give us a phone call on 0411 735 776. That's 0411 735 776. Feel free to contact us at any time. Here at Aurora Estate Agents, we focus on giving you a world-class property management service, and that's 100% ironclad guarantee. So look forward to hearing from you and hope you have a great day.